let me
stupid
ask you
crime.
a question about smoking pot. When I did, and I haven't done it in a while for, I don't know.
The night is young.
Well, I'm afraid of losing control of
Bladder.
of my imagination. I've had some bad trips, and
Really?
yeah.
But you don't really trip on pot. I
Well, you
wish.
can. Well, it depends on the individual. You trip.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
you
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 can.
lose reality.
You, well, I sure don't. I mean, I'd love to,
What do
but
you mean?
I've been smoking for 50 years, Bill. I mean, I do not lose reality. It'd be awesome, but I
But
don't.
the reality changes. It has to. Why else
No.
would you
Oh,
smoke it?
please. That's not the reality. That's just your mood. That's just your mood, and it turns
But your mood conditions your reality, man.
to a degree. But we're
No, that's
talking
it.
about
You feel bad. You're looking around. I'm going to commit suicide. You feel good. Let's go party.
right, and those are the extremes, which I'm telling you, this doesn't bring me to in either way.
Really?
Of course not. I mean, come on. What world are you living in? There are drugs that do that to you. I mean, there are tragic stories sometimes where somebody young dies. It just happened with a pop
You
star.
don't find your driving affected?
Well, I
Your
don't
car?
drive. I don't drive
You
on
don't
pot.
drive when you're pot.
No,
Why not?
because
Because it affects your reality.
no, because if I get caught, they'll punish me for it. That's why I can drive perfectly well stoned. I wouldn't do it anymore, but back in the day, I remember one time in band camp. No, one time I was driving. Must be in my early 30s, and didn't care back then, like apparently. And I remember driving to this place and having zero memory of driving there because your brain, you have the two halves of your brain,
Right.
and the half of my brain that did things like saw red lights and stopped, and that was working fine.
Yeah.
And the other half of my brain was thinking about 1,000 other things and had no recollection of the actual roads.
But you could do that without smoking. You could drive a distance there. How the hell did I
Yes.
get here? But you're talking about altering the reality to one degree or another. And if you're in it, do you know the degree with
But
which you've altered reality?
you just said it, 1 degree. If you alter something 1 degree, it's not that much. And you probably are always altered by 1 to 10 degrees in any given day based on how much sleep you got.
Yeah, but that's such a rationale for smoking as much as you do. It's not good for your lungs.
I don't smoke that much.
Oh, really?
No. That's what I'm telling you. There are people like Snoop and Woody. I think for years Paul McCartney was that person who just they when they traveled with pot, they traveled with bags of it. They go through like a bag a day. I go through a bag a year.
The way you talk, it sounds like you smoke it all the time. Then you don't.
You're hearing that. Just
No, from your mouth.
No. What you hear is I do pot jokes. It's a funny thing. People like to have things about them. And of course, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't true. I am a longtime tribune for the cause of marijuana legalization, and I think it's a great drug if it is for you. It's not for everybody, and that's true with any drug. It really depends on how it agrees with your body chemistry. But certainly, I hope you're libertarian enough to say if it agrees with mine, then
I'm glad it's
yeah, and that's all it is.
it's legal because it's a natural thing, and it's like those leaves that are popular in Africa, where they
Got.
yeah,
Cut.
caught,
Khat.
yeah, gotcha. Yes, they're doing the same thing, aren't they?
That's like cocaine. I mean,
It is cocaine.
we know that cocaine here in America is not cocaine. It said the best you'd ever get was about 50% cocaine. Hey everyone, I'm on Substack now. Check it out and subscribe now at billmaher.substack.com. What could be simpler than that? My name, then dot, substack.com.